Grouse. Nice. Were they like in the middle of the road, not moving?
Is this Pixies?
That's Pixies.
It is. Okay. I was like, it's a little kid for a dog.
Awesome. And how are you feeling today? Yeah? It's gonna be a nice day. I'm glad you're here. You look rested. We try to spread out different types of learning throughout the school year. It's really nice saving stuff for our On the Land week. And the advantages of doing stuff like this with the kids is it connects into all the classes that we teach. It allows the kids to do something hands-on, and then it helps to solidify what we've been learning in class. But it also gives them a chance to step out of their shell, be a bit of a role model or a leader, and it gives them something that they will hopefully have to concretely connect to in future experiences. What we're gonna do is I would like somebody to help me fill up some buckets just at that hose over there. You have 3 buckets. Now we have 3 hearts. Okay, so before we get started, I guess what are the considerations we want to have when we're dealing with hearts? With the high school kids, we're looking at trying to get them job placements. We're looking at trying to make sure that they feel confident and capable. So just giving them more opportunities like this helps them, I think, find more success, especially when they're out of my classroom. That should be good. Right on. Thank you. I'll carry that for you. We just learned that what's inside of the heart? 4 chambers. So those are going to be empty spaces. So it's kind of complicated to figure out the volume of the heart, but what I'm hoping we can do is we can actually use the volume of the water to figure out the volume of the heart. I want you to mark where the water line is in the bucket. Okay?
Is this my bucket or this is?
And Sophie, you're going to do the same. So if you can, your mark is, you see where my fingers are? This is from a black bear. So how big is our heart? About the size of our fist. Very comparable to the size of the bear. What did I say? Arteries and veins go in and out of the heart. This is the largest part coming out of the heart because it has to accommodate that blood getting pumped out of the heart. You will also notice on the outside of the heart, what do we see? A bunch of veins, because what also needs blood? The heart. The heart's a muscle, it needs its own, right? So this is where blood would come in and out to the lungs, right? And then back into the 4 chambers. And so this is what you're gonna do. We're gonna submerge the heart in the water. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna draw a new line where the water is, okay? You are then gonna take a ruler, and I want you to measure from that line to the top and write it on a piece of paper. Mark the new line and measure the difference. This is the moose that we shot when we went moose hunting with baby pike.
Don't worry, it's down here for you.
So this caribou was shot last fall. Stefan brought home a caribou. Much larger. Waste not, want not. What you can do to get the blood out of the heart is you cut the bottom, and Tlingit value, what Charles Jules told us, is they would save the tip of the heart and the lungs and put them in a tree to give thanks to the animal when they harvest it. So much larger. Look at the size of that aorta. Look at, you can actually see inside of the heart. You see how flexible this is? You cannot break that. Grab a piece of paper, write down the difference in the height. Yes, and what's the formula for volume of a cylinder? Volume is equal to pi times radius times height.
Oh, did you?
Please write that down. You can either line it up at 0 and go all the way across. Excellent. So R is equal to 8.5 centimeters. You're going to want to write that down as well.
Because radius is
this is 15 centimeters. What is the height of your water? That's the height in it. What's the difference? So you have your pi. You know what pi is. You know what your radius is. You know what your height is. So now volume is equal to pi times radius times height. Okay, what I want you to do is we're trying to cut the heart this way. Take your time, yep. So it's not the longest of blades, so you're gonna have to make smaller cuts, but go for it. Yeah, just take your time.
Just right here?
Yep.
Irene's doing that. I will draw some pictures. Thank you for putting this in morning blockers. This is
You doing good? Oh, you got it. Right on. What's at the bottom?
I'll go here.
Okay. So we've opened up the heart, right? So Irene did a really great job. So you can see that we've got our 4 chambers, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Spider web looking at?
Yeah, so this is actually that door. This is what would help close the valves, close between the ventricle and the atrium. They are usually called like a bicuspid or a tricuspid valve. But again, these help to keep the heart closed, those valves, so that it can fill up and then push the blood out. So this is what I want you to measure is from here to here. 8 centimeters, right? Does that make sense? So I want you to go under the bear and I want you to write 8 centimeters beside it, and then you are going to weigh the heart. So right now, your heart is 14.3 ounces. Can you go write that beside the bear? This is one example just to connect in math. The whole purpose was to show them a little bit of dissection, but also to do more math. So it really depends on what your interests are or what you have around you. A really great base is going to any local experts or knowledge keepers. It pairs really well to bring in other people. You, as a teacher, you don't have to necessarily come up with all this stuff on your own. There's tons of people who want to come in and work with the kids and do all these really great things. You kind of have to put yourself out there and figure out who's who and make yourself a little bit known. But once you put that work in, it comes back tenfold because people see that you're interested and passionate and they want to help connect with the kids. So
I had fun kind of just like looking at the bear heart and just like cut it open, how things work for them and how similar they can be to humans.
We've now measured the length of the left ventricle, good memory, and you've measured the weight. So I want you to grab a calculator, I want you to grab a calculator. So how do we calculate the volume? We used a bucket, so you measured the water before the heart and the water. What did we have to do to the heart to make sure it was completely filled? Make sure there was no air in it. You then used your formula, so you also had to calculate the radius. And you figured out the volume of the heart. Which heart had the largest volume? The moose. The moose, and that makes sense, right? Now, Kyra and Sophie, for the second part, we cut the hearts open. You worked together. What 2 things did we have to calculate? The weight of the heart, but also the length of the left ventricle. Sweet. What we're going to do to wrap up is we're going to do a quick circle. You're going to tell me one thing you learned or one thing you enjoyed.
I don't mind cutting open things, I just don't like the smell.
Okay, yeah, you did it.
I did. Which is weird because I can't even open a can of tuna without like almost throwing up. So I cut open the heart. I liked measuring the ventricle.
Layton, something you like? Something
Blood.
Blood? You like the blood?
Blood.
You like the blood. Cool. Opposite Sophie.
I like the blood. Blood is interesting. That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
I like that we are